So again, if you're thinking of starting a business or growing your business, especially during these difficult recessionary times, here's a few things that I think we're finding are important for you to consider. Firstly, cash. Having cash on hand. You must have it. And whether that's access to some flexible funding sources such as Eagle, or just having it in the bank, that's a must for you as a small business owner.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the biggest barrier for this too, right? Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want to go out there and do what they really want to do, what they're passionate about? Well, typically it's going to be having the money to do that.
Exactly.
And having it reliably. I think that's kind of the second point here, is that you need to have a reliable source of money that you can draw from.
Right.
If you have $10K in the bank and you burn through it in a couple months and your business really never gets off the ground, and you don't have any more access to funding, that's going to be an issue that you're going to find.
Precisely. And having a flexible funding partner is important as well. So, if you are able to land some really good sized orders and you need an increase in your facility, you need a partner that's able to react to that quickly. An example, we've got a staffing company on our books here at Eagle that's recently won a new contract. Staffing, as we come out of the recession, is going to be a massive industry. And so we're helping these clients with increased limits and reduced costs, reduced fees as they grow. This particular client needed something agreed pretty much within the hour in order to help them decide whether to land this new contract or not. We were able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, staffing companies, I know they were huge back in 2008 when we were recovering, starting 2009 and whatnot, right. And I know it's going to be huge again. Why? Because a lot of my friends that lost their jobs, they're applying to these temp positions right now.
Yep.
I mean, these are qualified, well-educated people. Some of them gone through master's programs and whatnot that are just looking for work, looking for an opportunity. So that staffing company, they're going to have just tons of candidates to throw at businesses when this starts to kind of wind down and people are building back up again and people are spending.
And they don't want to commit to necessarily a full-time hire. They want to take them on a temp basis. So again, staffing and factoring, they work extremely well together because we can react to those changing needs very, very quickly and responsively. So again, we've talked a lot about cost cutting and keeping control of costs. Factoring is not an expensive way to fund a business. Many people think it is, but it really isn't. And again, compared to some of the alternatives that are out there, it's extremely cost effective because not only are we providing the finance, we're also helping you with the management of your receivables.
Right, which again, super appealing. I'm not a very finance heavy person, which is hilarious because I work here, but I'm more of a creative person and the product I'm pushing is creative product.
Right.
I don't want to deal with the back end stuff. And that's kind of what I like to market, basically. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Right.
You can if you want to.
Yep.
If you're a type A person, you really want to get to know the numbers, and you want to put together your own spreadsheets, do it. But the fact that you can just go online and have a dashboard and just show you what your aging is, that's beautiful.
Exactly. And it's that flexibility again and having the information there available so that you can manage your business real time, basically. Another thing to think about is the systems that you're using right now. Are they going to help you as you grow? Don't be pulled in by the frequent emails that I'm sure you get like I do, which is tempting you to a new and shiny product that's just come on or a website or something that you need. But do be aware that there are some tools out there that will make you more efficient as a business. So again, it's about keeping control of those costs as you grow.
Yeah, and I mean, marketing right now, I think that's a really good place to put your money.
Yeah.
Don't just, waste money on PPC and stuff like that if it's not really worked for your business before. But I know that I brought some shiny things to you and said, hey, I think this would really benefit us.
Yeah.
And we saw that it did. You can kind of think of like your marketing budget right now is like on sale.
Right.
A lot of other businesses, marketing's the first thing that gets slashed when a downturn happens.
Yeah.
So there's less competition for those keywords if you are doing PPC.
Yeah.
And there's less competition for some of the other advertisements that you have to bid on, like LinkedIn or YouTube or, wherever your market really lives.
Right. You're exactly right. And again, marketing is one of those first things to get cut as you look at cost cutting, unfortunately, but it's not necessarily the right choice. So be smart about those choices that you're making, be cost effective, but make sure that you're not cutting off a source of new business.